Hi guys, good morning.
Yeah, hi Krishna. Good morning.
We'll wait for 1 more minute, guys, and we'll start. Still, the people has not joined. Let's start, guys. Procedures. What is a procedure? Procedure is a stored subprogram. It's a stored subprogram. Stored program. Procedure is a stored program. So, what is a program, guys? Generally, what is a program? Program is nothing but a set of instructions, right? Program is nothing but a set of instructions, right? So in the same way here, procedure is stored program. Why we call this as a program means if you want to run multiple SQL statements together, if you want to run multiple statements together, then what you will do is, let's say, select star from employee where DEBID equals to 2001. So this will give us the employees who are working under 2001 department, right? So the table we have dropped, right? Let me take. DEPT equals to HR and select star from department where DEPID equals to 2001 and select star from sal grade where grade equals to 1. So these are the three different queries I have written. I just want you to execute these three queries on a daily basis. I want to keep these three statements together. Okay. You can run also by selecting all these three SQL statements and you can execute it. Click on execute. You will be seeing three different outputs. And if you want to store these SQL statements into one and to run on a daily basis, I'm just giving you this as an example, guys. But in real time, whatever the statements, SQL statements, if you want to run sequentially one after one, so then what you will do is you'll keep all SQL statements together and you will create a procedure. You will create a procedure. So these are my SQL statements are like simple statements are like this. I just wanted to run these SQL statements one after another on daily basis. So then what I will do is, so see, these are the three independent SQL statements, guys. These are the three independent SQL statements. I can run it. So now my work is done. I'll copy this data and I will share it to the someone else who needs it. Okay. So once my requirement is done, what I will do, I'll close my session and I'll log off and I'll go home. So once tomorrow I was back, again I need to refresh this queries, means again I need to copy these queries from somewhere else. I need to copy these queries from somewhere else from your system and need to run. Okay. On the second day also you ran and you provided the data. On third day all of a sudden you are on sick. On third day all of a sudden you are on sick and you are not coming to office. But this data should go to business, right? We can't say that the employee who is working on this is on leave, so we can't provide the data today. It's not irrespective of the employee, so it's on the project. You need to deliver if the employee is coming or a sick leave or in any of the scenario, we should be able to deliver those files. Then what is the situation? These queries are in your system. You are at home. So simply you can create a procedure. Create procedure SP standalone procedure underscore sample. I am saying create procedure name as begin and end. This is your procedure syntax, guys. As and when you create a procedure, this is the syntax. Create procedure name as begin and end. So whatever the statements you want to keep inside the procedure, so just keep it here in between begin and end. Okay, just select all this and click on execute. Now the command completed successfully. So now these statements are stored under procedure name called sp underscore sample. Sp underscore sample. How to create a procedure? So create procedure name. Okay. So where you can see the procedure that you have created, just come to the same database what we have created, batch 50. Under this, so programmability is there. Just expand it and come to stored procedures. Here, see, you have created dvo.sample, sp underscore sample. What it will do, if you execute this queue procedure, exec or ex execute is the command which can be used to execute the procedure, guys. If you want to execute the procedure, how to execute the procedure? Execute or exec also work. Okay, execute procedure name. Execute procedure name. See what? So even if you are running them independently, the same output. You are even if you are keeping that in the procedure and running the procedure also keeping the same. But this procedure is stored here. So even it's not depends upon any one of you. So whoever is there in the shift, simply you can tell them this is the procedure I have created as a part of this business requirement. You just simply go and execute, the data will come out and we can share it to them. So mainly the procedures are used to run multiple SQL statements together in a sequence. So in that scenario, instead of running those SQL statements manually one by one, so what we'll do, we'll keep all those SQL statements in a procedure and we'll execute the procedure. So did you guys get what is a procedure and why we use procedure, guys? and we have something else I'll discuss. Anyone has any questions here? What actually procedure is, why we use the procedure? This is in simple term, guys. So
Yes,
in
please.
simple terms, why we use procedure?
Okay.
Okay. Next, suppose here, now what are we getting? Employee where department equals to HR, but now my requirement has changed. I need HR and IT. Then what you will do?
Wish to change the parameter.
You need to change the query, right? You need to
Yes.
change the query, right? Saying so this is you need to keep department DEPT in HR comma IT. So in that case, what you need to do?
Wish to pass the parameter in the store procedure.
Yeah, I'll come there, guys. I'll come there.
Yeah. Okay.
Before that, what if there was no parameters concept, what is the concept is there? You need to drop the procedure.
And recreate it with the
Every time if you want to make the change, how to drop the procedure. So drop procedure procedure name. Okay, procedure is now dropped. See, refresh. So if you refresh this here, guys, it will go up from here. Now see, there is no procedure because we have dropped. Okay. And recreate the procedure. The changes required, right? So just copy it. So let's say department equals to, I can say I'm just changing to IT. Okay. Department ID, I'm just changing to 1001. Salary rate, I'm just changing to 2. Again, 3. R else. So what or else what might be the requirement is just keep the old as it is. This is the requirement from one end user. You need to drop it and recreate it, or you need to create the same proc with create sp underscore sample1 IT 1001 grade 2. I have created one more procedures with my latest changes. How to execute this is execute this. Okay. Next, suppose after this there are some more changes came into your some more changes requested. So again, what you need to do, either you need to drop the existing one and recreate, or you need to create the new one. So what it is doing, if you are keep on creating a procedures with for the same kind of information, to get the same kind of information, so the number of procedures will become huge, right? And all of them is accessing the same table and but returning some quite different data, that's it. But all
yes.
of them, this is The sample procedure, sample 1 and sample is accessing same tables or not? Sample 1 procedure and sample procedure both are accessing the same tables,
Same table. Yes, yes.
but the data it is returning is quite different.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, what we will do is there is a concept of creating a procedures with. So one thing, so either you can do this or. So if you want to make a change into the existing procedure, you want to make a change, how to? Instead of creating a multiple procedures, see the latest, if the latest requirement is this, then what you can do is you can make the change to the prop. Instead of creating this, so what we can do is take this procedure definition. Here two things, guys. So when there is a new requirement comes in our current scenario, either based on the requirement, either this requirement is different and this requirement is different means then you need to maintain two different procedures. Okay, if the same requirement but they need a update, they need a different data, so in that case they always in that case what you can do is instead of creating a new procedure, this procedure can be altered. This procedure can be altered means you can make a changes to the procedure. How you can make is just alter procedure, procedure name, select star from employee. So here you can make IT 10012. Just same. Select it. Just in place of create, you need to keep the alter. That's it. Click on execute. It commanded successfully. How to view the definition of the procedure. See, yes, exec sp underscore help text is the standard procedure, system procedure. Just pass the procedure name here. I want to know the definition of the sp underscore sample procedure. Just execute. Here you will get. See guys, select this and click on execute or alt plus X. Alt plus X also you can do. Or F5. F5, even if you do F5 or come here and do execute or alt X, everything will do the same. Okay. So take this. See, this is what the procedure we have created, right? Department equals IT, department ID equal 100 and grade equals to 2. So you can make the changes to the procedure by using alter command. And how you can view the definition of the procedure is this. And if you want to drop a procedure means drop procedure name. By using create command, we can create the procedure. By using alter command, we can change the definition of the procedure. By using drop command, we can drop the procedure permanently from the database. And if you want to see the definition of the procedure, there are multiple ways. This is one of them. This is one of them. Execute sp underscore help text sample. And the other is come here. Select this. So actually my mouse bar is not working, guys. So just right click on this. Right click on this. So you will be find an option to export the definition. So just check that and you can copy the definition as well from here. You can copy the definition. This is right click. See here script stored procedure as create to. If you want this in a new query editor window, I means it will open with a new query editor. You can do or file. If you want to copy this definition to a file, you can choose file. And if you want to copy this to the same clipboard, just click on clipboard. Okay. Just come here and do Control V. Just come here and do Control V. So what you need to do is select the procedure name, right click, script, stored procedure as, copy to clipboard or copy to file or copy to new query editor window. If it is new query editor window means it will open with a new session. It will open a new window, session window. If it is file means you select a file, it will ask you for the file path. Okay. If it is copy to clipboard means just you need to, once you click and wherever you want to paste it, you go there and paste it. Okay. See, both are the same. Here also you are getting a standard the definition of the object. Either you can use this or you can use the approach from the repository. This is the repository, guys, Object Explorer, where all your code is going and stored, and you can be accessible from here. So either from the Object Explorer or from the standard procedure, either you can do. Okay. Okay. Any questions, guys, so far? Now again, I have a request to change the department from IT to HR and department ID 1001 to 3001 and grade 2 to 3. Again, I have a requirement of change. So what you need to do? Again, you need to alter the procedure, right? You have to come here and you need to change IT to HR, and this you need to change it from 1001 to 3001, and you need to change the grade to 3. So as and when request is coming, if there is a value is changing, so keep on, you have to change the procedure. You have to make the changes to the procedure. Instead, what you can do is we have a concept called parameters. Creating a procedure with parameter. Same procedure. What I am doing is param, create procedure param at the rate of DEPT. So what I'm trying to store, so I'm just declaring some parameters, guys. At the rate of DEPT, I want to store varchar in it, and DEP I want to store integers in it. Grade integers in it. See, guys, so if you are seeing anything with at the rate, which is might be parameter or a variable. So if you are creating this along with the procedure means they are parameter. So here if you are declaring along with the procedure means our function. So these are the parameters, you can call it as. But if the same thing you are manually declaring, then there we call it as variable. There is a difference between variable and parameter. We'll discuss that. Department ID, grade. So instead of providing a value here, what I am doing is department ID, grade. So what I am doing is I am just simply creating a procedure. Okay. Now execute a procedure. So now try running this. It will not run because it is expecting to be pass some values to the parameters. We have defined some parameters, right? In case of department. So I'm just keeping IT. Next department ID is 2001. Next grade is 1. The data I need for this. Just run it. See, the employees who are working under IT department, the employees who are belongs to 2001 and the grade 1. You got it or not? Now my requirement has changed. Simply, you don't need to go to the procedure and alter it. Simply execute it. I need, in place of IT, I need to know the employees for HR department. And instead of this 1001, I need to simply, you don't need to go and alter the procedure. Simply, you are passing a parameters. Simply, so what when you are passing IT here, so this will go here. From here, it will go to here. This department ID value will go to here. This grade value, whatever you are going is will go to here. So for these department and department ID and grade, if there is any change in the values frequently, simply you create them with the parameters and simply you can pass them as a pass parameter. So it will give you the expected result. So instead of keep on changing as and when the request is changing, you don't need to go on change the procedure. Simply you can create a parameters. Okay. So this is how you can execute a procedure with parameters, guys. So keep remember one thing, the values that you are providing to the procedure, which is as same order as in procedure definition. Okay. So how you have defined the parameters order in the procedure, in the same way you need to provide the values as well. You can't interchange. Okay, you can't interchange. Any questions, guys, here? So this is a best way to do it instead of keep either you in what we did. So for every requirement, first we created a different procedures, and then from there, instead of creating a new different procedures, the same procedure, as and when the requirement is changed, we have alter the definition. Second thing, that is also not more efficient, because every time you are keep changing the procedure means, which will take a additional manual effort. So instead what you did is you have come up with a procedure with parameters. So in this case, you don't need to do anything. So just once the procedure is created, every time when you are executing the procedures, though the requirement is changed, simply you need to pass the values to them. So automatically the procedure will run and it will provide you the data. No need to go back and change the procedure's definition always. Why? Because guys, every time, so once you have created this procedure, right? Whatever the code inside of it is compiled. Compiled means it, so right? Right? So the system will understand, so we know users will understand high level language, but system will not understand high level language, right? So though we are keeping everything in high level language, but finally it is converting into system understandable language or not. So the compilation will be done when you created a procedure. So it will compile the code and it will keep it with you. If you are and when the next time when you are running, so it will not do a compilation again, because already the code was compiled and it was with the SQL engine. So when you run this procedure, the such result will be quite faster. Suppose if you are keep on making the changes to the procedure, and every time when you have the new requirement, you are coming back and you are making the changes. So every time you create a procedure, again it has to compile. Again it has to compile the code. So instead, if you create this one and passing the values, so the procedure will be already compiled and the result will be quite faster. Result will be quite faster. Any questions, guys?
Krishna, if you want to create if in the SQL statements, there is a multiple joins were there.
Yes.
So in that case, we can use 2 to 3 tables of input parameters also in the store procedure, right? In the parameters.
Parameter is something like, see, when you are joining, see, we are done with the joins. We have joined 3 tables.
Yeah.
So the parameters which is required which will be in the from where class. So when you are selecting the data, I just wanted to select the data for particular this. You'll know, right? So when you are
Yeah.
writing a query, the standard query is to run on a daily basis.
Okay.
Okay. So those
Yeah.
whatever is frequently changing. So for them, you'll create a parameter and you'll pass it from the procedure.
Okay.
It is the data is selecting from single table or multiple table is not a criteria. If it is coming
Yeah.
data, you are selecting from single table or 10 tables or 50 tables, passing a parameter concept is same. So wherever, see here, in this case, where department equals to this department ID. So generally department ID will be have.
Suppose I have a city column from the column table B. So the all 3 columns from the table A, department ID and grade are from the table A, and city column from the table B. Can I create a parameter for the city column from
Yeah.
table B in the parameter?
Yeah. See, parameter
That
is
we
the
can.
parameter. What is the parameter? Parameters are used to store the value,
Yeah.
just to store the value. What is the value you want to store? That is depends upon your requirement.
Okay.
Both parameter and variable, both are used to store the value. And while creating them, you need to tell what type of data you want to store. Because here, I'm just creating one parameter is at the rate of department, but I want to store varchar data into it.
Okay. Okay.
Department ID, I just want to store integer data. Also into grade, I just wanted to store integer data. Okay, like this you need to
Okay.
define. So both variable and parameter, both are used to store the values. Okay,
Okay. Got it.
and
Got it.
the difference between them is parameter value cannot be changed, but variable value can be changed. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
parameter value cannot be changed and the variable value can be changed.
Thanks.
That is the difference between parameter and the
Parameter
variable.
is variable. Okay. Okay, good.
Any more questions, guys? So, okay, this is what about the procedures, guys. And for these procedures, I will give you a better, can't say a better explanation, but with a description and everything will be step by step. And because just practice first. In not after 20th, guys. Please expect after 20th. I will again take the classes and I'll teach you procedures again, and I'll provide you the documentation. And here one more concept is there. In parameters we have shown you, right? There is a out parameters also there. But even if I explain now, we will not get out parameter. Even I have not used out parameter in my last 8 years of experience. Okay. So I'll teach you out how you have out parameters. See, in parameter is something you need to pass the value. In parameter is nothing but input, guys. Input in parameter is nothing but input parameter.
Okay.
Input in the sense user has to provide the value to the procedure.
Okay.
Next, out parameter in the sense output. Who will give you the output?
The
System
query,
has to give.
whatever the query we have written, that
Procedure has to
query
give
will
us the
be.
output. So that
Yeah.
output you want to store into some variable and you need to print it, something like that. So then you'll go for out parameters. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Out parameter. So this is very rare case you'll use out parameters. Okay.
Okay.
I have not used in the out parameter. I have tried telling in 2-3 classes, people are not getting it all.
Okay.
If I go there, they'll forget this.
Okay.
Major is in
So, okay. Usually, Krishna, like store procedure will write it for null exception handling and all these kind of things also we will write as stored procedure, right? Can we
Sorry,
give
can you come to the closer? You are not audible.
one second, one second.
Yeah.
Yeah, for null point exceptions and like for these kind of exceptions, can you show the examples for two examples for null point exceptions, writing the store procedures on that topic also? We will cover it in this class. Or,
No, we'll not cover this. Next, in the next class, I'm telling
no,
that.
in the next class. I mean,
Yeah, procedure and the
okay.
next exceptions. So you are creating a procedure, right? If you,
Yeah,
while you are executing this is procedure, you might get error.
yeah,
There is a chance of getting an error. So the errors are classified into two types: runtime error and compile time error.
compiler.
Okay, runtime error and compile time error. Compile time errors are it's like a syntax error
Syntax error. Okay.
that you only have to identify where your syntax is not correct. Then you have to go there and you have to check, and again you need to alter the procedure. Okay,
Yeah,
once the
yeah,
procedure is created, compile time errors will go max 99%. Okay,
yeah.
next the
Mostly, yes.
runtime errors. Runtime errors is something that we need to fix. Runtime errors is something like you saying the null pointer exception, or suppose while running your zero divide error,
Logical
Yeah,
exceptions.
logical exceptions. Okay, how you need to handle that exception, that you can handle on that, but what you need to do is you need to print some message to the user, so this procedure is failed because of this error. So what you do now, so you need to go to the procedure and you need to check why this error has came. Either you need to fix the code, and if the data is not correct, you need to request the business, this data has come and we are getting this, and will inform someone should know why this procedure has failed.
okay, okay.
So that
Sure.
how you can set that information is through exceptions.
Yeah,
Okay, how you
okay, okay.
runtime manual exceptions, how that can be raised, and automatic exceptions, that I will show you in the exceptions class.
Okay, okay. Sure.
Okay, guys, then if anyone has any more questions with related to this, or any questions are also fine, but practice case.
Krishna, this stored procedure and procedures both are same, right? I
Same,
mean,
same,
similar, right?
same. Anyone has any questions, guys?